As you can hear, I'm a little bit hoarse. So I've heard there's a little remedy for this. So I'm gonna fix it up right now. Everybody ready? Now, this is the nasty part. Anybody who can't stand this, close your eyes.
For me, you know, I only do songs about my life. I don't do nobody else's songs, most part, and I just sing about pretty much what it was like wandering around. That's what I do.
If you like to call it the blues, that's alright. Help us, can I have a witness? That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Lord, I go in.
After I make it, I think I want to make sure it's true, you know, to some experience I had, because that kind of music is not very popular no more. And so what we're doing is taking that kind of, I want to say a little bit more country blues, and then we're putting it in kind of a punked up fashion, you know, kind of noisy and loud. At the same time, we're singing about old-fashioned things and pointing it at young people. Because like I said earlier, I think that without young people getting involved in the blues, there ain't no future.
We're calling this Echoes Across the Tracks.
Echoes Across the Tracks.
That's the train that took my baby away. They took my baby, took my baby. They took my baby, took my baby. They took my baby, took my baby. Took my baby away. Took my baby away. Took my baby away, Lord. Took my baby away.
growing up, the train was so meaningful, so significant part of life. Woo! 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 Yep, she's on time.
When I used to go down there, it was just to wander around, and I didn't want to go meet nobody. I just kind of wanted to breathe the air they breathe. I know it sounds kind of dramatic, but it's kind of true, you know. I had heard about the Delta musicians and all that, but I just felt I wanted to wander around and just walk around and feel what it felt like a little bit. I never could feel exactly what it felt like. I had a different angle because I was such a bum, you know. Maybe people weren't looking at me like I was a black person, but they were looking at me like I was a bum. And so I just kind of wandered around, and people didn't take much notice. And I just was kind of like soaking up the atmosphere.
Time I was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I was on tour, and I'd been downtown. I saw no black people, you know. So where are they? Got to be around here somewhere. So I started walking, and I saw railroad tracks. I said, there they are. I crossed the tracks, and what was the first thing I smelled? Barbecue. Went right to it, sat down, ordered a mess of ribs.
Blow train, blow. Go train, go. Go train, go. Go train, go. Go.
But the tracks, I always think of that, you know, because where I lived in Greenwood. I grew up in Greenwood, Mississippi, and I lived in an area known as Baptist Town. And you couldn't get into Baptist Town without crossing the railroad. No matter which direction you came at us from, you had to cross the railroad, because we were bounded on one side by a creek, a wide river that you couldn't cross. Gotta get across the tracks.
Train I ride, 16 coach long. Train I ride, 16 coach long. Well, that same old train took my baby and go. Them guys brother, hey, cocking up the heels, man, and jumping all night long. You got that one guitar, that's all you needed.
in this country, it seems that there's always the dividing line between the haves and the have-nots is the railroads. You know, the blues echoes from the other side of the tracks, from that side of the tracks, so where it's deep and dark and murky.
My legend have been laid for the times of friends. I sing for my friends. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone. Anytime she goes away, I'll break a verse. I know, I know, I know. 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 Oh, all the years young thing alone. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Tragic is all I know. Trying to put my best foot forward. But all she said, I'm just a hoe. Hey, oh. Sunshine when she's gone. Only cloudness in my day. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away, yeah.
So the music that we learned to dance to at a serious blues beat, that's the back beat, 4/4 time. And right now, you would be hard pressed to find anyone who knew how to do the Lindy Hop. But blues is what can give you that, you know. And so, if you ever go into any club and they're playing that kind of music, it's not rock and roll, it's blues. It's blues rock or blues whatever, it's got that back beat on it. And I don't know why they call it a back beat, except that that's that wow, wow. And I'm driven up by that.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Sam has what you call a Mississippi backbeat. And that backbeat started way back with Robert Nighthawk, Robert Johnson, you know, it goes all the way back. It's a lick that Sam Carr, only Sam Carr has right now. I haven't heard many drummers that could either imitate or get close to that lick.
My drumming sound is a strictly blues sound, backbeat. That's what everybody calls it. That's what everybody says, I'm playing a backbeat. And so I play that the best I can. And hopefully everybody like it. I hope they do. A lot of people say they like the way I play drums. And the more of them tell me that, the better I like it. Like Clarksdale, he's coming back to life. He's been rose and fell a couple, 2 or 3 times since in my time. They're trying to rise back up. They got 5 or 6 bands playing in there. I have known when every corner about had a band and it's playing, sometimes one main band. And then it just died down. Maybe one band in the whole town. The rest of them just give it up because got a job, working them long hours. When they come in, they got to go to sleep and everything. So he just let it alone. Otherwise, he got to live. He wasn't making enough money to live out of it. So some of them just let the whole thing alone.
Wasn't guitar, but me and Frank and Sam, you know, we had a little band, you know. And we come in to play, man, shoot, man, folks would follow us, man. Woo-woo.
Big Jack had a club here in Clarksdale once called the Black Fox. And he used to have a band there every weekend, sometime through the week. There was always something going on there. It was a real live club.
We had a follower, man, I tell you. We was tough, man. That's all to you. We was tough. When we really were playing, we like to play with me and Frank and Sam. The electric sound, all it did made it louder. And the string would ring longer because it was, you could hear it, but you couldn't hear this, you know, the house full of people talking and dancing and going on. You had to, you know, the guy listen, but you could hear this come from the road, man. Listen, man, Frank and Jack down there, they trying to get it, yeah, muddy, man. Well, you could walk in there, man, mud, man, muddy, man, just a hair play. Man, to be all up on benches, man, don't guys can play, because they didn't hear this kind of stuff that Frank and Sam brought from St. Louis when they came down.
Because he had Frank used to blow the harmonica, play the keyboard. He played the bass and the rhythm and all, you know. It was just the 3 of them, him, Sam, and Frank.
But when Frank and Sam come to town, they're doing the Jimmy Reed, Howlin' Wolf stuff, the Muddy Water stuff.
As a kid growing up, the blues was something I was introduced to, you know. It was all around me, it was all we had, you know what I'm saying? Basically, we found comfort in it, you know. Guys like Big Jack, Frank Frost, Sam Carr, Johnny Billington, these were the teachers around here.
When my dad was playing, people, when they quit work, they want to go hear Robert Nighthawk, or want to go hear BB, or some of the rest of the musicians. A lot of them, their name didn't get broad like their name got. And that way, they played a smaller juke or a house like that. Well, maybe 30 or 40 people could get in, and that's all. A lot of them was playing good. Man, you go by there, you hear the old guitar way out here, and then they have no lecture. Whangy, and they dancing and having a good time. They have more fun than folks have now then. Because they would let their hair down.
And we had fun in the country, because when we left Clarksdale or wherever we were playing in the city, we went out in the country. It was country jukes then. You could leave there and go out on some man's plantation, and he didn't let the police come out there and fool with you. Just tell somebody, get to shooting something. There wasn't no killing back then. People didn't kill nobody. Get to fight, man. Next morning they get up. Hey man, you blooded my nose, man. You like broke my arm last night. Why you do this? But I'm sorry, man. They one of those partners. That was it.
When I was a kid, the nickname for the juke joint was the bucket of blood. Because if somebody didn't fall out every Saturday night fighting with a knife, something was wrong. It was a bad weekend. Nobody was really having a good time.
But now, man, you get to fight and I'll be back. I'm gonna kill you. And he come back, he kill you. Now, but all the juke houses is gone now. Got to worry about that no more. All the country jukes is gone. The houses tore down. Everybody moved to town to build new projects. When once somebody move out of one of these old houses, they tear it down, so he won't come back. And they don't need you on the plantation no more because they got machines now.
If you got a little old job out there, it's gonna take care of you, feed you, sleep you, pay your rent. Then you're making pretty good money playing music. And the minute you let that job go, look like the bottom fall out of everything. Police don't close the joint up. The guy said, well, no, I can't use y'all tonight. Wait till you drive all the way up there. I ain't got no beer to sell tonight, and all that kind of stuff. You ain't made a quarter now. You done lost that little $2, $3 you did have. I've been through all that. Shoot, I went to places. If I hadn't had $2, $3 my wife stuck in my pocket so I could buy gas to get back, I wouldn't have made it back. Sure wouldn't have made it back.
Juke joint is somebody's business. And they job in musicians. And if you talk to some of these old blues musicians, they tell you about some of the places they've played in and made sure when they went in that there was a back door. Because often they would have to leave running without their money.
Oh, I had fun. Just go out and play and drink that Joe Louis whiskey and feel bad the next morning. We go out on a Friday. We come home till Monday morning. Play all Friday daytime. Saturday in the daytime, Saturday night, and play Sunday all day until 12 that night. And come home. Been drinking that old bad whiskey, Joe Louis whiskey. Sick as a dog Monday morning, man. Oh, Lord, tell the Lord, I ain't gonna do it no more, Lord. Oh, Jesus, please help me this time. I won't do it no more. Sick. Time Wednesday come, your eyes and woke up again. Hey, man, let's go get a drink, Weekend come, right back on that same routine again.
You don't even try that until the crowd done got drunk. Crowd done got drunk. You play anything when they got drunk. Sing it and play it loud. That's all you had to do.
People would come, you see people from all over the globe here, from Asia and Europe and stuff, walking up and down the streets here in Clarksdale saying, where can we find some blues? And Bill and I looked at each other and I said, yeah, you can't really say here or there, because although there are places where live blues is played, there's no guarantee that they're going to be there this weekend, or what. So we need to do something about that. So that's what we did. We built Ground Zero.
Hold down a little. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Boom! Knock him down.
Knock him out, Leroy.
Knock him out.
That's supposed to be real, cuz.
It's supposed to be, but if it wasn't, what?
Y'all got any rooster juice?
Yeah.
Sometimes you think
Yeah, Coco with you.
That this is the ground zero, if you will, for what a lot of people around the world really want to come back and touch. And so we keep it at that point, ground zero for this kind of music. Don't get too commercial about it, just let it be here.
I was laying down one night when I heard some of them talk. That boy got the boogie in him, honey. One day you know he's gonna drop it. I didn't care what mama said or what papa said. I was gonna boogie anyhow. Well, mama told papa, let him on the floor. Shake that thing and ain't no more. Get down, mama, I can hear that thing. Come back, baby, cause you're out of sight. Shoot that thing. Somebody shoot that thing. Shoot it all night long. Shoot it down to the bone.
I don't think we've quite reached where we need to be, even to catch up with the rest of the country in terms of race relations in Clarksdale. And that's one area where the music, especially the blues, is a great equalizer, and it brings people together that ordinarily would never see each other.
People want to come here because it's simple. Learn to keep it simple, and they'll come.
I've been kind of thinking about the blues. They say the blues will never die, but I don't know. Sometimes it looks like they're fading down.
Blues is dying? No. Music doesn't die. Music evolves. And it's not like it evolves from this to that. It just morphs.
All right. Disco lady.
This is the Great White Hope. My young man from Almond here.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
He's a young fella.
All right.
Play the hell out of things.
Nice to meet you.
Don't play all this good music. I'm in the wrong room again.
Count it.
Yeah. One.
Whoa, wait.
Okay.
Okay.
One, two, three.
They're the guys I've been listening to since I was like 10 years old. And all of a sudden I'm in the middle of the room and Willie Big Eye Smith is pounding the drums and Snooky Pryor was there. And I was shaking like a leaf, you know. Because they're like, I got so much respect for those guys, what they did and what they experienced. And they're it, you know.
kept calling me over in America and trying to tell me I should bring this recording studio over, probably not really understanding what that meant. But I was so intrigued with what they had done here that it was like it wouldn't leave me alone, you know. And I had no intention of bringing no recording studio nowhere. I was kind of done with doing that stuff, and so it was a funny thing. I just couldn't forget about it. So one day he called me up. He goes, "Want to bring your recording studio?" And I go, "Okay." And so I packed it up, which is, you know, it's not no little studio. And we had a 40-foot container show up, and we sent it through the Panama Canal. And about a month or so later, it arrives in Notoden, and we flew over here. And I think that people were a little shocked. But this thing that they do here, this honoring the blues the way they do, and trying to keep traditions alive that we in America seem to want to let slip all the time. I don't think I would have come here. I wouldn't have got pulled, because it's a huge deal bringing a recording studio around the world and moving a family and making a commitment to come to a little town like this. I think the people in Norway, you know, because they've adopted this kind of music, I don't know why, or, you know, I think that my impression is that they got the blues like every other kind of white kid got the blues through the English bands and stuff, and then hearing John Mayall and the Stones and Zeppelin and all these bands, but they embraced it in a different way and didn't let it go. And then got deeper and deeper to where did those guys learn their music from, and where did those guys learn their music from. They have really taken it to Mississippi. It's certainly in Notoden. They have taken that right to the root there. But then they started, like, you know, people really wanted to know. And they've really brought it down to the, you know, right down home. And I think, from what I understand anyway, that's the whole Clarksdale connection. It was like an initiative from these people in Norway to go there and research and to, you know, smell it. And to, you know, try to figure out what happened and where did all that come from, and what made these people, you know, start singing like that and stuff and playing.
See, this ain't the first time I've been to Norway. I've been to Norway several times. You know, it's just as much different in Mississippi and Norway as it is daylight and dark. My name is Snooky Pryor, 82. I was born in Lammers, Mississippi, 1921. It looked like the Europeans, look like they think and care more about the blues than it does in the United States.
Hey, I declare
yeah, they pay so much attention to it until I got my 5th passport in March. Wore 4 passport. This is my 5th one. Oh, it feels pretty nice. And when they seem to enjoy it, I enjoy playing for them. That's what I'm for, to make the public happy. I'm not out there to please myself, you know what I mean? Self don't put nothing in your pocket.
Baby stayed out all night long. She didn't come home until the break of day. Shake your boogie, shake your booty. Shake your boogie, shake your boogie. Shake your boogie, your boogie's all right with me. Yeah.
What's the real blues? Well, the real blues conditions, the lack of freedom, captors. You know, when you without a whole lot of things that a human being need to live and to survive, you know what I mean? That puts you in a hell of a condition. And that's the beginning of the blues.
Is music spiritual?
It is for me. You know, music. If it's not, then it's something else. It's can be just entertainment or, you know, muzak. You know, but if the spirit, your own spirit, for me anyway, is not involved in it, then what is it? I mean, it's like it starts to be just something on the surface. You know, like a jukebox or something. You just put it on and it doesn't have any meaning. So I really think music is spiritual, and I think that is the thing that is so important to me about the old blues, because the whole thing is full of spiritualism. Whether it's singing about the devil or singing about Jesus or whatever, it's just that's the thing about those people, man. Is like they had spirit and soul, and they still do down there. You know, it moves in the way everybody moves. It's just so music without that ain't music for me. It's something else. It's something, but it ain't. You know, when I listen to some boy bands or something like that, I go, oh, that's clever, but it ain't spiritual or it ain't deep.
Cold night on the Sunflower River. Wind blowing out of the north. Full moon night. I got the mud between my blood. I got my blood in the mud. I seen this river go up, I seen it go down. As always we've rambled this river, you and I. All along your green valley I will work until I die. If you follow the Sunflower River up from Vicksburg, You go through Delta National Forest, Indianola, where B.B. King was born, Sunflower, Dockery Plantation, that's where Charlie Patton lived. It was on Dockery that Charlie Patton showed Howlin' Wolf and Pop Roebuck Staples how to play the blues. Keep going north. You pass by Mambayou, the oldest continuously inhabited black city in America. Keep going north through Roundway. New Africa. Then you come into Clarksdale, John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters, Mississippi Junebug, Big Jack Johnson, Johnny Bellington. I'm the river man, crawling up to your door. River man, crawling under your floor. I'm the river man.
The amazing thing to me in terms of the Mississippi River is that it doesn't originate here. It originates in Minnesota. But I think its biggest impact might have been right here in this delta, because in the periods of flooding that went on until about, 1927, I guess, it just created this enormous alluvial plain. This isn't the delta at all, you know that, right? This is an alluvial plain.
The blues is a foundation. It's founded right here in the delta. And I guess the soil, the earth, this part of the earth is like giving up to us. We're all born to it,
It's still some of the richest soil in the world. Mississippi is what created the great cotton growing here, the mighty Mississippi, which led to everything else, yeah. And it's still going on, chugging down slowly, muddy, roiling, rising, falling. I was born in Memphis as a fluke. Everybody else in my family, as far as I know, were born in this area, down around in the Delta. And my mother was born in Itabena, Mississippi. My grandmother was born, my mother's mother was born in Ethel, Mississippi. Large portions of my paternal side of the family were born around Tallahatchie County. That's where my great-great-great-grandmother was brought to when she was brought here, Tallahatchie County area. And so I was not really born in it, but definitely raised in it. Boy, I remember my very early childhood. I lived in Charleston, Mississippi. That's my ancestral home, which is where I live now. And I remember a really carefree, happy childhood up until 6 when my grandmother died. It's a strange thing, I say to people, well, I never even saw an indoor toilet or indoor plumbing, for that matter, or a telephone until I was 6.5 years old and went to Chicago. But people say, oh, that's terrible. But you don't know terrible until you see it, until you get it compared to what isn't terrible. I mean, poverty is more a spiritual thing, it's not what you don't have, it's it's something else,
We need to think about that, y'all. 'Cause things done got really Tuesdays now. Everything going all kind of ways now. We need to think about that. God, there's so many poor peoples, all kinds of poor peoples, and they over yonder getting treated all kind of ways, like dogs, killing them like hogs, dragging them like cows. They really is doing that. And I'm so glad that you and I and you and I and I and you, that we ain't over there. All we can do is pray for them people who's over there. That's why I could make up this song so good. And I just sit down and thought of it and wrote it up about Lord help the poor and needy. That's for everybody in the world. That's what I sung that song for, because there's poor people everywhere.
Lord help the poor and needy in this land, in this land. Lord help the poor and needy in this land, in this land. When we all rise together and face the rising sun. Lord help the poor and needy in this land, in this land. Lord help the gambling man in this land, in this land. Lord help the gambling man in this land, in this land. When we all rise together and praise the rising sun. Lord help the poor and needy in this land, in this land. Lord help the sinner man.
Yeah, boy. Let's get to it, boy. Let's get to it.
Granddaddy rock.
Yeah.
Wonder can you still order them roosters? Sure. What sure?
Yeah, you're looking good.
All right. You looking good too.
Yeah, I feel all right.
You looking good. You didn't bring your guitar. We could have played a piece.
Sure could.
Yeah.
You didn't bring your guitar?
Well, Sherman got one in there.
I didn't bring mine.
Hi, I'm Blind Mississippi Morris from Clarksdale, Mississippi.
How'd you get that name?
Well, everybody's seen me play, you know. They didn't think I was blind. They said, man, looking at you up there, you're not blind. I said, yes, I am. You know, they'd be waving and saying stuff, you know. And they thought I was, you know, stuck up or something, you know. I said, no, I actually didn't see you, man, because I'm blind, you know.
This is Jessica Hemphill. She lives at Centola, Mississippi. And she's at Sharman Cooper's farm. And
First tell me, say, hi, I'm... And
I said, hi, this is... Don't have me to go nothing twice because I mess it up.
I'm Sherman Cooper from Como, Mississippi, and I've lived on this old farm all my life. And the farm was bought by my great-great-grandfather from the Indians, I think around 1840 in that neighborhood.
This is Jessica Hemphill from Centola, Mississippi. How that do? Horn sweet pea. Horn sweet pea. Horn sweet pea is down on Sharman Cooper place. I know Sharman Cooper grandmother, and I know his grandpapa. I know when they had the farm. I know when they was raising cotton and corn and taters and peanuts and everything, pecans and everything. And it was a good place for me. And me and my mama used to come over here. They think I'm shy and quiet, but I ain't shy and quiet a bit. Not now, I ain't. I got more nerve than a brass monkey. I stand up on top of a rich man's head and talk my stuff. I lay down by a post and talk to a poor man. Because I hold that post so he can't bother me.
Some people really think you're shy and quiet?
Yeah, they think I'm quiet. I'm just quiet, but I talk to anybody. I don't care if you blue, brown, black, or pink, or blue, or yellow. I talk to you. I talk to you if you talk to me. Yes, you say, hey, just me. I say, hey, soldier. And you could bring up a conversation. I stand right there and talk to you. Old or young, white or black, blue or brown. I talk to you, baby, till the sun go down. I'm a talk. I'm like my granddad. I'm a talking soul.
Jessie May was born here.
Just what May wasn't born on this place, but if I'm not mistaken, she was born just about a quarter of a mile over here in this woods. Or if it wasn't there, it was a house close by, and she had kin people that lived on this place, and she'd come here all the time. And one thing my grandfather raised was sweet potatoes, And you probably heard this old blues song talking about Nancy Hall sweet potatoes. And that was one of the sweet potatoes he raised, Nancy Hall. And Jessie Mae tell me her mother would bring over here and they would dig sweet potatoes and how good they were. And Jessie Mae frequently came here as a little girl and still comes here.
One summer day, she went away. She's gone and left me. She's gonna stay. My baby's gone, and I don't worry, because I'm sitting on top of the world. Work all the summer, and I work all the fall. Had to take my Christmas in my overhaul. I'ma leave this town. Work done got too hard, and I'm sitting on top of the world.
Standing on the corner, you know that said it. Blow that voice. I'm standing on the corner with my head in my hand. With my head in my hand.
With my head in my hand.
Looking for the woman, I ain't got no man.
Looking for the woman, ain't got no man.
Yeah.
Far as you could see, say 50 years ago, cotton fields and no tractors, just men, women, children, and mules. That was it. And they got up, you'd get up at 4:30 in the morning, drink some hot grease, some biscuits and some blackstrap molasses, and go to the field. And you leave the field when you can no longer see what you were either chopping or picking. Long and hard. Hard life. Pure physical labor. I mean, it's I think in terms of labor itself is probably no harder than work they did to clear the forests, because this used to be forest primeval back in when this part of the country was first settled. It was impenetrable forest, and it was all cut down. And again, we're talking hand saws and axes, double-bladed axes. So serious labor in this area.
And hear the whole field singing. You know, everybody out in the field singing, you know, I mean, it was something natural. I mean, I grew up seeing it and hearing it all my life, you know. They would like be singing to the sky, singing to the plants or what have you know, just singing until the boss would come around. And they said, "Here come the boss," you know. Everybody would get quiet and get really busy, you know.
The boss man, you know. And they call him, you know, they didn't call him back then. They didn't call him Mr. So-and-so, they call him Captain, you know. Yeah, it's a captain, you know.
Glad I ain't calling him Captain.
Well, that was all they knew, you know. That's what they told him to call him. And, you know, we hadn't been too long learning to speak the language anyway. You know, I probably was Gooma, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go there.
Like boss said, he didn't want to hear nothing. He didn't want to see nothing but work. So they didn't want to hear nothing but them hoe blades hitting the ground. If you was chopping cotton, he said, they didn't want to hear nothing but the hoe blades hitting the ground. You was picking cotton, he said, he didn't want to hear nothing but the sack bumping the ground or the stalks rattling, you know, picking that cotton. So whenever he leave, somebody would give the old signal, he gone, and they start singing again, you know.
And say, oh Lord, and before you know it, everybody's involved. Oh Lord, and then somebody come up with another word. Won't you say for me, you know? And they just chant that and add as they get along.
I'm going home one day.
Yeah.
And then sometimes somebody say, I'm gonna be all right someday. In the woods, and someday it did come all right.
It's kind of like medicine.
That's kind of like medicine.
It's like nourishment for the soul.
Yeah.
That's what blues does.
Cause some folks be playing and chopping cotton, be so hungry that they can't hardly stand up.
Get to singing a song, forget all about it.
Forget all about that.
The bottom line of the blues. It's the old African work field hollow. You want every hammer or spade or hoe or effort to come on the exact same beat. You got to establish a rhythm, and that's your hollow.
It's easier to work when it actually creates a rhythm for your work, doesn't it?
Yeah, it made it easier because he was more like in prison, and he was like, you got to do this. So it's like being under bondage, you know. So you got the blues on you, so you got to do something to relieve it.
In those fields at that time, to keep going, you always need something that just blanks everything else out. That you've got to continue in a rhythm, pulling this cotton sack, or carrying this sack of beans or flour or coffee or whatever. You don't want to be there doing it someplace else.
So, you know, like, other than just screaming, ah, you know, getting the pressure off, sing. And it eases it off, you know.
And right there is the birth of the blues. And it's the African call and response holler. It's what really got it started. You know.
It took me a long time to realize that I had been around a lot of people who were, you know, legends, not with anybody but history. You know, they were part of some type of history that's just not documented much, you know. And so, and to realize that I actually had listened to them talk and heard their stories and stuff like that, you get that feeling of, wow, you know. So I'm very conscious now, and have been for a long time. I don't know what I do about it particularly, but I'm conscious of history, you know. And I'm a little bit more awake now when I see people who have, or anyone for that matter, you know. It's like important to be alive and not be somewhere else on the day that you're living. You know, you ain't home, where are you? So, you know, I think it's made me much more conscious just watching, being part of a vanishing lifestyle. That thing certainly made me, when I got into my later year, you know, probably started thinking a lot about when I was in my 30s or something, you know, tried to think, wow, man, there ain't nobody doing that no more. And all them guys are probably dead. So, you know, there's all that story. It's the same thing with, in a way, with all the old blues legends, you know. They were around and now they're not.
It's important to recognize old-time blues artists the same way it's important to recognize your own roots. You know, it's always important to know how things began, why they began.
Got Jerry and Mike here.
Picnic. Yep, Oath of Turners. Labor Day weekend.
Where's the mirror at?
So I know what it's like, right?
Come on, yeah, let me get you on there one time.
How's it going,
Watch that car, you're going to get run over, cameraman.
Oath of Turner. I know Oath has been around since right after Moses.
The fife and drum music from Mississippi is, it's just a miracle that it still exists. You know, like a lot of the blues here in Mississippi, still to this day, it's just a miracle that in 2001, you know, this music is still there.
This is a fishing cane here, you see, don't you? That's what you call a fishing cane, that's what it is. That's what I made this fight out of, on these cane, out of fish cane, just like this. Laying down on the ground, nobody have no idea. It's like you step over, you wouldn't have no idea what that cane got in there.
Well, the fighting drum, I admire the old man a whole lot. Cause he's an older man. He's supposed to be an older man than I am. I think he's 90 something.
93.
93. And man, he's near about 25 years, 20 some years older than me. And I can't get around as good as he can. Nah, she gonna get ready now. And that paper will get too burnt here to dry that other down there. What we put in there? It was an old man and his name was Will Edwards. He gave a picnic out just about 9 years old. And when the drums come, that fella played music for him. I said, Mama, she said, huh? I said, I hear that man playing them things up there. She said, you ain't going up there. I said, Lord, Mama, I want to go out begging. So she said, well, I tell you what, I'm going to let you go up there, but be sure to bring me some sunshine back. Don't let sundown catch you. I said, yeah, man, I'll leave that running. But he made me a fight. About 2 weeks after, oh, sir, I said, sir, passed right by. I said, come here. I run up there. He said, here your fight is. I looked at it. I said, thank you. I said, what are you? He said, nothing. Ooh, shit. Ooh. I'm gonna catch me some freight train. Well, it done that hard. But that night she gone. And I don't worry. Sitting on top of the world. I've been days I didn't know your name. Why should I worry? It's all in vain. When now she gone, and I don't worry. Sitting on top of the world. You work all the summer and all the fall. I had to take Christmas in my overhaul. But seemed like she gone. For sure. You got to blow it from your breath. Hold your breath on it. Them holes is in a cane, just like keys on a guitar, or piano, or something. It's the right note you got to hit to break it for. Then what you do is how you do. Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I see you, Yeah.
Well, I hope when I get Mr. Turner's age that I got enough wind to play my guitar, much less to blow a cane.
But the fife and drum, Other says that it's a calling thing, and it was a quieter life back then, and the drums carried for miles and miles and miles, and because you know it's pretty loud, rocking sound. There's still all these great old-time musicians around, and you know, just go right to the source. You can't beat it. And like Other Turner, he was. We were friends for years before I ever took my guitar down to his house, and I just finally did when I felt it was right. Playing music at Other's house is a great thing. I didn't really even realize it, but he and Fred McDowell were neighbors and best friends, and Fred was always one of my favorite guitar players, and I went down to his house and played some Fred McDowell, and he freaked out. He didn't know where I was coming from with that. He's like, "Boy, I didn't know you could do that. What do you, boy?" He took off his hat and threw it at me. "Boy!"
My earliest memory of the blues is really kind of muddy and murky and fuzzy. And I think also what I've done, I've taken a lot of imagery that I've gotten over the years and blended it all together so that my memory isn't my memory at all, but an amalgamation of imagery. And I seem to remember as a little kid this event. There's the event of some old guy with rings on, kind of flamboyant looking, playing guitar on my grandmother's back porch. Maybe a jar of White Lightning on the porch. I was allowed to take a little sip every now and then. Can I have some? Go ahead, let me have a sip of it. Chap your lips. Want some more?
I won't hide your corn whiskey, Papa, and I sure won't mess with your gin. Papa been drinking that corn whiskey and sipping on his gin too. Papa been drinking that corn whiskey and sipping on his gin too. Every time Papa started doing that stuff, old man sure enough acts a fool.
Mississippi has the ongoing bragging rights for being the birthplace of the blues. No other place has claimed it, so we do. Yeah, and right here where we're sitting, in this area, Clarksdale, is ground zero, so to speak. Yeah. And Robert Johnson was supposed to have gone to the crossroads about a mile and a half from here and sold his soul to the devil in order to learn how to really play the guitar, blues guitar, and he did. And we remember him today. He's mythical now.
When they say this is the devil's music, what they mean by that is a lot of people couldn't play anything. A lot of people couldn't sing, but they supposedly went to the crossroads and gained these abilities by selling them souls. to the devil, you know. And that's why a lot of the churches was rebelling against people coming up in there that played that certain style, of music, because they figured, you don't have that ability, because a lot of times, in a small community, say like this place here, they know what you could do. They know how well you could play. They know how well you could sing. You see? My father was a Baptist minister. And then when I was growing up, until I got 16 years old, and practicing, trying to play my harp, I couldn't play it in our house.
See, my daddy was a Baptist preacher, and my mother was a religious lady. They always tell me, say, hey, remember Sabbath day and keep it holy again. If he'd heard me play the harmonica at our home, you wouldn't be interviewing me now. Because I'm telling you, he'd beat the skin off your ass. He said that was devil music. That's what my father said. I don't fish on Sundays. I don't play no blues on Sundays. No. If I do anything, I might hit a few church hymns on Sundays. I don't play no blues. No. Ever since that day, y'all, I just can't help myself. Every 13 days, she run to the hoodoo man.
Yay!
Every 13 days, she run to the hoodoo man.
Yay!
I swear to my soul, y'all, thing just ain't the same.
Well, she got a mojo hanging.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
Every time she leave, man, I swear I got to stay right there.
See, she hoodooed you and made you come back.
Yeah. Every time she leave, man, I swear I got to stay right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got me fixed, boy. I just can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them hoodoo.
Every 13 days, she run to the hoodoo man.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that hoodoo man.
Every 13 days, she run to the hoodoo man. Lord, I swear to my soul, y'all, things just ain't the same. So I don't see no difference. You don't follow man, you follow God.
Sure
and
do.
you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't gonna say all preachers.
All preachers.
But I'm gonna tell you
some
something.
of them.
Some of them is just as bad as a blues singer. Some of them is the worst hypocrites because they even worse than a blues player because they end up serving God in line.
That's right.
And still living just like the hypocrite, just like me in the church.
Amen. Gospel in the right hand and blues in the left hand. So they go hand in hand. Sometimes you sing a special song, gospel song, you be feeling just as bad as you do when you sing the blues.
Yeah.
Somebody be done mistreated you, or either your woman done quit you, or your man done quit and y'all done busted up, or your husband gone, or you out of money and you broke and busted. You gonna sing that church song and you have
just
as much spirit with that good church song, won't you?
Yeah, a good church song would be like Swing Low, Sweet Cherry.
Yeah.
That would be like a blues, because they're singing about somebody going to the ground, getting ready to go home.
You know what, I'm going to tell you something people don't know. The blues is a religion. You can sing the blues and sing the blues right, play right, and tears are going to come out your eyes. Cold, you start getting cold, your hair stand up on your arm, start getting chill bumps, you feel this thing in you. That's a religion. You've been taught by God when that hits you. Don't nothing touch you like that but God, and that's what happens. And I can do it. I can make it come through out of me, from God to me, from out of me to you. I can make you feel it. I can make it because I believe in the Lord, and I praise His name all the time. And I ain't scared to tell nobody I do. And I ain't ashamed to tell nobody I do. I go to church. I'm a church man.
Thank you.
Because if you leave me, I can't play at all, man. You is the man. You give me this talent and told me to use it well. And that's what I'm doing. If you leave me, then I can't play at all. I got to have you up there with me to guide me. And you know, you got to help me. You got to guide me. I said, this is where I make my living. That's where I make my money. That's where I work. That's what I don't praise this stuff. This is what I do. You can praise that camel, but you don't. That's what you make your living. You know what I'm saying? And I don't praise this. This make my living. And God knows that, what I do. And he just go out there and do what you got to do. He said, that's what Lord know I'm not doing it. This is no idol. I don't praise no guitar. I don't praise no one somebody. That's him. That's who I praise. I play my music and I play it well. And when I go on the stage, he's with me. He's in my hands when I go up there. He guides my fingers to certain things. I start crying on myself up there because he put my hand on some things that I don't even put my hand on. He does it. And I tell my wife about it all the time. I come back, something on my finger. My finger got out there. My finger started doing things that I wasn't doing myself. Because before I go on the stage, I pray before I go out there. You see me walking around out there by myself? That's what I'm doing. That's something he gives you. That's the spirit that he puts in you for you to know what you're doing up here. Some people get guitar just sit here and play, and you get sick of it. When I get it and start playing, when it's time to play, I make you come back and look. Yes, who is that? Who they playing out there, man? You just see the tent go to getting filled up with people. Look, who is that, man? They go to getting quiet. Look, man, you see that guy, man? You hear that guy? That's something God give me. You know what I'm saying? That's what separates the other stuff from the blues. Separates the other stuff from the blues. Separate them. People ain't got that. We all mangle up there together. But mine comes apart. You give mine, I give to you. You and you. And when you leave, you're gonna feel something when you leave me.
Was it good to see Sam and Jack playing together?
Oh yeah. We was at the big stage and I first saw him on there, man, I just stood there and watched him, you know, and out of all the years since I was a little kid, I used to watch him play, and I stood there and watching, and kind of like, mine went zoom back over all of that stuff. I about brought a few tears, man, just standing there and watching him, you know, he still do that same thing with all he's been through and the age he is now, and I thought we saw the last of him here a little while back, you know, when he was in the hospital and all this stuff, and come out and now he's still doing it again. Like it and love it. So this same thing with Sam. Sam was sick here a while back, you know. I said, well, these guys done had it out. They're tough. They must have ate a lot of jelly rolls.
I swear I ain't going to cry no more.
Always teasing them guys when they done their first show on the big stage of this. Hey, they got 2 sets of drums up there. Somebody says, no, they got a set in the head. Sam was playing the half set. That was funny. Sam has never needed a full set of drums. Back in the day, Sam would get to playing, man, he'd get good to him. He'd get up off the drums and start beating all up on the wall, knocking on the wall and stuff, and the time would be gone, right, because he couldn't hear him hitting on the wall, and Jack would walk over and be still playing, and he would stomp the foot drum for Sam while Sam got up and show out. Jack would be stomping on the foot drum, and Jack would be playing, and if Frank sometime would be on the other side, Frank would be blowing the harmonica and hitting on the snare. Sam be all out there in the audience, beating on the tables and beating on the walls and stuff.
Hey! I'm gonna break this thing down. I'm gonna play you one from the country.
Some years ago, when we built up the festival here, and we find out we want a sister city in America. This will be very nice for Northern to have, you know, because we have made so many things in what we call Blues Town here in Northern. So we find out Clarksdale must be the best city to have as a sister city.
It was sort of a crazy idea in the first place to pick a small town from Mississippi.
The idea of it to me is just so fantastic. When I first heard about it, I thought they were fooling me. What do you mean your sister city with Clarksdale?
But we saw it from a blues kind of perspective. So it was originally the festival's idea. So the mayor contacted the American embassy in Oslo.
And say we come from Northern and we want a sister city in America. And they ask us about, we had think about some town, cities in America. And we say, yeah, we want Clarksdale.
And the embassy said, Clarksdale where? They didn't even know where Clarksdale was, you know.
You mean Clarksville, Mississippi? And we say, yes, of course.
Worry some trouble, baby. I
used to worry, but I don't no more.
Well,
there seems to be this real sweetness between the two towns.
I say, worries and trouble, baby.
And it appears that some people in Clarksdale are really appreciating it, that people in Notoden have not only taken them on as a sister city, but do these exchanges and stuff and bring people over from Notoden.
Here we've been sitting in the big mountains in Norway and having festivals about blues and reading about blues, playing blues, and then suddenly you go down where it all started, and it's like a pilgrimage.
They is taking them towards to educate themselves that don't even know about what happened. That's what they're taking it towards for. Just like you interviewing me now.
To come there is like when you drive out of Memphis and go down 61, it's like driving into a history lesson of music, actually. So I had so many great times down there just to listen to music and meet friends and experience the Southern hospitality, not the least.
That's really the center of, or the birth of the blues, you know. So many great black artists who were born and raised and played around Clarksdale.
Every time I've gone down there, it's I've been like traveling for 24 hours by plane and car, and to get to drive up in front of Penny's porch and sit down with a cold bud and listening to all the different and strange sounds from the Mississippi night. That's just incredible.
I just want to go there and see, because I think that's very important. And I think also I will take some pictures. Yeah.
Would you like to go to Jessie Mae's house?
Well, yeah, but I think you can take me up there. Yeah, I would love to do that.
I think there's some place where the beat gets just right, and it's the universal beat. And it doesn't matter, you can hear it in almost in any national group. It's about the rhythm of the heart.
I'm from Norway.
When he come up on the stage in Notodden last week, it was funny, very good. And it was also very nice now to come here and take the same song, you know, I Smell Trouble, with him on the stage here. Very good.
Lord knows what I tried to do, yeah. Won't you try?
Before I even knew that the Norwegians was coming over, and they were so interested and they liked it so well, and people around here was like curious about these people coming all the way from Norway over here to hear the blues, you know, and they're so interested in it. So they said, what's the catch, what's the deal? These are people right here at home who don't know nothing about it. Norway's been studying it for the longest, so these people here at home got interested in what the Norwegians were interested in, and the people from everywhere else, like, why are they so interested in this stuff? You know, like, it's nothing to them, to us, so to speak, you know. You know, we got to go somewhere else to do it, and then bring it back to them. But they're starting to do it right here at home now, and they're starting to pay more attention to what's going on and what we're doing. Yeah, it's bringing us together.
Thank you very much.
Well, I've been thinking a long time to write a song when I will go down here. But I have to write it down here because I have to feel and smell and hear a little bit first. But I thought about this sister town, you know. So when I come here the first morning, I start to tell it, you know. The sun was rising and I could hear the birds very high, and this beautiful cat, Georgia, and this beautiful porch. Yeah. I can see the sunrise. I can hear the birds sing the blues. Oh, the cat Georgia is sitting right next to me on this porch. Yeah, I feel good. Penny took me through the crossroads. I got the taste of the sugar and Delta donuts. Oh, I feel good. Yeah. I'm in Clarksville, Mississippi. I'm from your sister town. I'm from Clarksville, Mississippi. Sorry, I said wrong. I'm not.
I guess early on, we got a chance to go by Jessie May's house.
Yeah, I talked to her last night. She was asking us to come to dinner. So we will go there. Very special woman, I think.
What was it like meeting her and sitting there with her the first time?
I was a little scared because, you know, suddenly you just stand there, see someone you really heard, and you really, yeah, but it was very easy because I think she was very nice. And she says, you sit in my rocking chair. And
Play drums? Yeah. You was 19 years old. Yeah, yeah. Like it? Yeah. Just be there in my other day, walk a bed. Everywhere out there, watch. Start dancing. Yeah, we out there.
Always found the way to the juke joint. Rats. All my friends jump on the stage with a smile on his face, yeah.
then we were sitting on the same table and talked, and she drove me home in the night. Yeah.
You gotta move. You gotta move.
Hey, Jane, baby.
But when the Lord get ready, you got to move.
You got to move. You may be high. You may be high. You may be low. You may be rich and you may be poor. When the Lord gets ready, got to move.
So you used to play with Jessie?
Jessie and me used to play together there in Memphis. And I enjoyed every moment of it. She was wonderful. Jessie is a great kid. She's got a sense of humor, and you know, and if you know her, you will love her. You have to know her to love her. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Once you know her, you will love her.
Lord, get ready. Lord, have mercy.
Oh, Jessie May has had a hard time making money playing the blues around here. But as she went overseas and played, Jessie May made a lot of money at certain times, and she'd come back to Mississippi, and she'd be lucky if she could play for $5. It's sad. People down here just didn't appreciate the blues. Just very few people. And now, since she's gotten older and not able to play, now people are really starting to appreciate the blues, and she could do so well. And that's usually the way it works. When they get old, or when they die, is when they become a real star in the world of music.
Oh, that's a real special song there. By Calvary when they nailed Jesus to the cross.
You think it's the blues?
The blood run down. No, it ain't no blues. It ain't no blues. That's a special song all over the world. No blues. Don't name it no blues.
What's the difference between the two?
It's a heap of different. When you sing special songs, you sing them with a spirit from the Lord. And when you sing in blues, you sing the special from the devil. Because you either hungry, broke, or something. Something the matter with you when you sing. But when you sing a church song, see, you already feel good. And the spirit of the Lord be on you, be singing church song. It don't make you be worried about nothing. But when you playing the blues, you sitting there singing and playing the blues, but you still worried about some money, whiskey, a woman, or something, nothing. You worried about you hungry or something. Now that's natural. That's the natural thing. You got to be, it's two sides to any record. So it's two sides to that. The blues ain't about like the special. The special save your soul, and the blues can send your soul to hell. Because B.B. said he ain't gonna never stop playing the blues. I said, Lord, why he gonna make that kind of mark? I ain't gonna never stop playing the blues. Ooh, my gracious. Well, he done signed his soul to the devil when you do that. You be done sold your soul to the devil when you say you ain't gonna never stop singing blues. That's what the devil wants. He don't want he don't want you to he don't want you to stop. But when you say you gonna sing specials and you follow God on the specials and follow him, then your soul will be saved and you'll go to heaven. That's all to it, hell or heaven. You ain't got but two places to go, you know. So, Lord, I want to go to heaven when I die.
So the music is a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice in the music, and it's a choice in heaven and hell. It's a choice that you want. Whichever one you want a choice to go to heaven or hell, you can choose any one of them. God give you a choice. So I done made my choice. I want to go to heaven. So other people that want to go to hell, go on to hell. Born down there. Y'all children better listen to me. I tell you the truth now.
I play the blues, and I love blues. I love blues, I love jazz, I love music. Let's put it like that. I love music. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be jazz, symphony, blam, blam, blam. I just love music, you know. And I've been doing it quite a few years, but I haven't been too successful with it, but maybe someday before too many more years now I might be, I don't know, but anyhow. But I just love music. Music is a thing that it soothes the soul, it soothes the mind, it soothes me. I love it.
And me, I can pull this on and go in any joke I want. Nobody knows. Maybe one or two. Been looking a long time, standing there looking. Find somebody going, ain't you Sam God? Put on their cap. And a lot of them tell me, say, I know you by that white hat, which I've been wearing old white hat since I've been playing music.
The blues, they're just like a pop-off valve to a hot water heater. You got to let it off somewhere.
Not with Muddy Waters, we was everywhere. Man, I don't play They had us going places I can't call the name of them. When I was younger, I could think a whole lot of stuff, you know, but now, just doing the best I can.
What do you think you'll find when you go to heaven? What do you think you'll find when you go to heaven?
When I go to heaven, I don't know. When I leave, I don't know where I'm going. When the good Lord points that button, I'm just a dead man. You too. You don't know which way you're going. You don't know where you're going, up or down or over yonder. And say when you get that asteroid, I don't know that. I'm hoping I meet it, but you don't know.
Think you'll be playing the fife?
I don't know where I'll be playing it or be sitting up singing or what I'm doing. When the Lord punch that button like that, you could be in your truck or riding. When you get ready, he's going to get you. Sure going to get you.
I don't care about the devil getting in my way. I ain't gonna play the blues on my own guitar. Another day, I'm coming in, work for my Lord. When I lay these blues down, all y'all out there, better stop and think. Good Lord can take you out of here just one way. Therefore, Satan, have to get in your way. Don't you give him the time of day. Oh, you better stop and think. The Lord can take you out of here just one day. I'm coming in, work for my Lord. When I lay these blues down, to myself, Michael Jackson, I know you can do the camel walk, boy. But the good Lord did that little dance long before you get in the wall. So I'm coming in. Come on, Michael Jackson. And work for the Lord. Come on, B.B. King. Come on, Coco Taylor. Little Milton, Big Jack Johnson, Super Chicken. Come on, y'all. And let's work for the Lord. I'm calling all the musicians in.